Mason Sheidegger, offensive line, University of South Dakota. Transitioning from the 8-man football back in Iowa, it was tough at first because going from adding 3 extra players on the field, a lot of people think that it was a major jump, but it wasn't something that I was like super nervous about or anything, and the coaches also helped really well with just adjusting to the game. So redshirting was huge for me because I was able to get to know the playbook, and not only that, but get to know the players and build relationships with my coaches and stuff. Playing different positions along the offensive line especially may seem like it's an easy jump, but every single position has a very specific job. Moving from one to another within maybe like one game, it's really difficult to try to master everything because you need to know, especially the playbook to inside and out, to be able to switch and jump from one to another. As soon as I got here, I dove straight into the playbook. I made sure that if they needed me and if I needed to switch positions at any time, I'd be ready for it, because I knew that as an offensive line, it's really tough to stay healthy. So I knew that at any moment I could be called on to jump to a different position. My favorite position would probably be guard, whether it's left or right guard. I played a lot of center as well, so I'm pretty confident at that spot. So coming in as a right tackle, I thought I'd be playing against defensive ends with a lot more speed and quickness. So going into that guard and center position, I was able to kind of adapt to playing against those guys that were a little bit stronger and a little bit more brutal. So I think my body type also helps with that as well. Having shoulder surgery was probably the biggest challenge I've faced since I've been here. Being out for almost 6 months to a year of just watching my teammates grow and become better, it was really tough just sitting back and thinking that I was falling behind almost. But the staff here, the training staff, helped me tremendously. I haven't really practiced much this spring because I've had some nagging injuries, and there's also been a couple of other guys that haven't practiced as well. So being able to get those young guys in there to get a ton of reps at that, they've exceeded expectations, I believe, and it's awesome to see where they've grown. And I think it just makes us stronger this season because we know that there's guys pushing for our jobs, and we'll be able to be a deeper team, a deeper offensive line. One of the biggest things we need to work on is definitely pass protection. So things where we let up way too many sacks last year, and I know that Simmons doesn't appreciate getting hit all the time back there. So yeah, that's probably the biggest thing that we need to work on is pass protection, because if we give Simmons time, he can air the ball out and make some big plays. Fondest memory probably would be playing at K-State as of now. Also beating Bowling Green, a first FBS win here for Coach Nielsen, so that was huge as well. Also just getting to know the people. I think the offensive line especially is really tight, so being able to build those relationships with those guys, I call them brothers for life. We're extremely young. We only have a couple of upperclassmen, including me and Michael Bianchi as a senior. And I know there's some younger guys that are going to be really talented, and some guys that nobody's seen yet that are really going to surprise people this fall. My want and desire to become a middle school teacher, I guess, derived from my experiences with my teachers in the past. I had some tremendous middle school teachers and even elementary school teachers where they had such an impact on me that it just made me want to become a teacher and impact children's lives the way they did with mine. Being a leader on the football team means a lot to me. It's really important to me. I've had a lot of leaders in my life that have impacted me and made me want to be just as impactful on others. Having people that have showed me the way, especially my high school coaches, they really show me what it means to truly be a leader. I'm working on just becoming a better vocal leader and really bringing guys along.